kindergarten families. My name is Holly Compton, and I'm the district math coach for grades TK to 6 in Manhattan Beach. And today I'm going to do a challenging word problem, I hope, with your child. But first we're going to do a number talk, which is a mental math activity. The first question I'm going to ask them is 5 plus what makes 11? I'm going to guess that many of your kids will know that 5 plus 5 makes 10, so that they would just need one more to add to a 5. And so 5 plus 6 makes 11. The next question I'm going to ask them is going to build on that. So the next question I'm going to ask is 5 plus what makes 12? Hopefully they'll know that it'll just be one more than the last one because 12 is one more than 11. After that, I'm going to go into this story problem here. Porter and Camila built sandcastles at the beach. In the morning, they built some sandcastles. In the afternoon, they built some more. Altogether, they built a certain number of sandcastles. How many sandcastles did they build in the afternoon? Okay, so we're going to get some numbers to put in, so the kids are going to have a choice of numbers. So let's say this one is 5 here, and then maybe it's 7 right here. So it's really important that we think about the action in the story and that we don't tell our children how to solve. Another important thing is we don't teach them keywords necessarily because a lot of times it ends up making them confused and just following a process. So for example, a lot of people will say altogether just means to add. But in this case, when we say altogether and they add, it's going to be wrong. Because we have to figure out if in the morning they built 5 sandcastles and when they left they had 7 sandcastles. How many did they build in the afternoon? Well, the answer to that would be 2. So if we teach our kids that keywords mean to do certain things, it can get confusing later. So watch out. Also, your child will not solve this problem through subtraction. As adults, I know we are used to thinking, okay, well, if they had 7 at the end and they did 5 in the morning, well, then the answer is 2. They will not think about that because this is a joining problem. They had some, and we're going to add some more. So they're going to think about it as 5 plus what number makes 7. So I hope this helps you a little bit because this problem will probably be challenging for your children. A lot of them will just join the 5 and the 7 together and say, my answer's 12. So we need to be ready and prepared for things like that. Now, another tool you might use in your house are little math tools. So I have a math tool here. They're just little blocks. So you could use if you have something like this in your house, which you probably don't, you could use something like this, or you could use pasta, or you could use Legos. Just grab anything. So it's really a great thing for kids to use tools, especially if you have 2 different colors for these things, so that one color could be morning, and then you could find out altogether how many there were, so you could figure out how many of the other color you'd have to add in there. All right, so it's time to go get those kids. I'll see them back here in just a second. Hi, kindergartners. It's Mrs. Compton, and today we have a special guest named Chip. He's decided to join me for our math lesson today. So we're going to start first with a number talk. And remember, a number talk happens all right here. So we're thinking about ways we might solve a problem, but we're just using our brains. Okay, so my first question in our number talk is this. 5 plus what makes 11. Take a moment to think about how you would solve this. 5 plus what makes 11? If you need more time, go ahead and pause it. But if you're ready, I want to hear your answer on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Tell me. Did you say 6? I think you said 6. Okay, I'm going to guess what you did. Are you ready? So I'm going to guess you probably were thinking about 5 fingers. And then maybe you thought if you had another hand with all your fingers, 5 plus 5 makes 10, but then we just need one more finger to make 11. So maybe you thought if you started with 5 and added 6 more fingers, you'd get to 11. Is that how you did it? Tell me in the comments if that's how you did it. Chip, is that how you did it? Chippy? I don't know. He's not telling me. Chippy, would you like to share your strategy? He says he's ready for a nap. Oh, no. Okay. How about a number line? Did anyone use a number line in their strategy? Let's find out. So maybe you started at 5 in your brain, and you knew you had to end at 11, and maybe you said, I know I can count from 5 to 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And each one was worth 1 hop. So I'm writing ones inside. So that was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, our answer isn't 11. We already knew the 11. Where's our answer, if that's your strategy? All right, where's our answer? Tell me. Stop yelling at me. I heard you say in the hops. Okay, here's our answer. Our answer is in the hops. So we had 6 hops to get to 11. All right, if I didn't guess your strategy, you've officially beat the teacher. All right, let's see. Maybe we could try another one. So 5 plus what makes, let's try 12. All right, take your quiet think time. 5 plus what makes 12? Okay, if you need more time, go ahead and pause it. But if you're ready, I want to hear your answer. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tell me. Did you say 7? I think you did. Okay, so I think you said 7, and I'm going to guess you probably used this one because you knew 5 plus 6 made 11. So this one would just have to be 1 more. Go get your sister. Go get her. Okay, so maybe you thought, if this one is 12, we've just added 1 more. So maybe you just thought, oh, well, that's what I have to do here. I just need to add 1 more to the 6. Maybe you used your fingers in your brain again. Maybe you said, I'm starting with 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to get all the way to 12. I need another hand and then 2 more. So 5 plus 7 makes 12. All right. So it's time for us to find out what our story problem is today. So here we go. It's the big reveal. Again, it's so hot outside. I wish we could go to the beach. But here we are. We are at home, and at least we can go to the beach when this is all over, when we're out of quarantine. All right, so this story is all about sandcastles. That's what this big word is right here. This is Sandcastles. It's a compound word. It's 2 words put together, sand and castles. Okay, now, this is important stuff here. This story is all about Porter and Camila from Mrs. Opfer's class at Meadows. Everybody say hi, Porter and Camila. We wish we could see you. All right, here we go. Porter and Camila built sandcastles at the beach. Will you read that with me? Here we go. Porter and Camila built sandcastles at the beach. In the morning, they built sandcastles. In the afternoon, they built some more. They were busy all day building sandcastles. Altogether, they built sandcastles. How many sandcastles did they build in the afternoon? Ooh, tricky. So we know they've built some in the morning, and we know they've built some in the afternoon. So let's check out this story with some number sets inside. Okay, so let's use our number sets 5 and 7. Oops, did I put that one on backwards? It's just not sticky. I know it's going to fall off, so guess what? I always have my backup plan. Tape. There we go. Or your number set might be 8 and 14. Or it might be 15 and 26. Let's try out this story with the numbers 8 and 14. So my 8 was my first number. It has to go on my first line. The 14 is my second number. It goes on the second line. Okay, so let's really imagine this story. Okay, so imagine being at the beach. Okay, here we are. Porter and Camila built sandcastles on the beach. Okay, everybody, can you imagine 2 people building sandcastles at the beach? Okay. Imagine, in the morning, they built 8 sandcastles. Okay, can you imagine that in the morning? They have 8 sandcastles. In the afternoon, they built some more sandcastles. Doesn't tell us how many. We just know that they built some more. And all together, they built 14 sandcastles. So when they're packing up at the end of the day and they're leaving their beach, they had built 8 in the morning, some more in the afternoon, and when they left, they had 14 sandcastles. I'm closing my eyes because I can actually imagine it happening. All right, and we're trying to figure out how many sandcastles did they build in the afternoon. All right, kids, it's your turn to choose your just right number set. Maybe it's 5 and 7, maybe it's 8 and 14, or maybe it's even 15 and 26. And you're going to check in with your teacher and see how you should turn in your work to her. I'll see you next time. Bye.